Teaching and non-teaching staff, parents who are here, and our dear students. We are a team, but two people won't talk about what we have seen. 3 or 4 years ago I was here. The standard was low, but now I'm very happy that the standard is very high. At that time, traditional dances and folk songs, many of them were not getting an 80. But this time, in our standards of adjudication, a person who gets a certificate of merit gets 80 marks. And all the dances, all the folk songs have a merit 80 and above. And so, we don't have a lot to say this is bad, this is good. But generally, folk songs, the trainers will need you to get a comfortable key for the person who is going to sing as a solist, so that other people can follow comfortably. Secondly, we would like you to look at your melody, look at the meaning of the text, and give us uniform facial expressions and gestures. We saw some people who are, others are sad, others are happy. The arm gestures are going this way and this way. And we say that they sing the same melody. Number 3, we were happy about drama. Drama that came in the folk songs. That drama was very good because it helped other people who don't understand the language to understand what was going on. Now, we go to dances. We expect each dance to have vocal and instrumental accompaniment. All of them were strong and we were happy about them. The costumes, I'm very happy that actually the university caters for this. Everybody was well dressed and neatly dressed. And then we looked at the stage. This is a very big stage, very well utilized. Some trainers did not mind about balancing the stage. Some were dancing from the side, or the first choir which stood in the center and never used it. So make sure you exploit the whole stage. And lastly, we're looking at the skill. These students, how are they skilled? Now some choirs, some groups, they will be expecting to be winning because they had very strong dancers. But a trainer who picks 2 or 3 dancers and exposes them, then the rest are not as good, do not expect to win. When you train everybody to be on equal, to be having equal strength, then we know you are doing well. So there are some 2 or 3 choirs which had all the dancers near at the same level, and their costumes, their organization, which we call choreography, they were smart. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I would specifically want to thank the management for allowing this opportunity for cultural expression. Let us give them a hand clap, a very loud hand clap. For today, our guests allow me to observe the protocol and then mention 5 things in a very short summary form. 1, culture is our DNA. It defines who we are. If we look at the different cultures, we will realize that each culture is unique. Each individual in the cultural expressions are unique. So by management allowing these cultural expressions, they are actually allowing thriving of individual cultures and thriving of humanity. Otherwise, through our culture, you are throwing our humanity. So I once again want to thank you so much. Now, in these cultural expressions, we have dramatized, visualized, emotive, and modeled communication. You will realize that even when people were speaking in their different cultural languages, each one of us was getting the meaning and following and cheering along with them. Now, if this communication can go on and on, even when we don't understand the language, that means when we have cultural expressions encouraged, then life, universality of life can be achieved through each other appreciation of another person's culture. And through such kind of emotive, visualized communication, it becomes an influencer. It becomes a mindset changer. And so when we are struggling with mindset change, we should encourage cultural expressions to continue so that we can influence people. Because you will realize that all the language, all the dressing, all the eating, all the lifestyles are embedded in culture. And so if we promote culture and we promote the good values of culture, then problems in life will be sorted out, and then we shall get to a better lifestyle and better communities for our very good existence. And finally, as Mr. Kabu was saying, the performances have been excellent. Even at university level, when we are marking, there are pass marks and excellent marks and failing marks. I can assure you, we had no failing mark. We had passes and excellent passes. So, as we began, we want to thank the management for putting in effort. We know that it takes effort to produce such kind of excellent work in the support, in the training, and even in the provision of the environment for such cultural expression. Now, there are people that will perform and they may think that they performed well, but as we have said, emotive also means connecting with your audience. Now, however much beautifully you may perform, you don't perform to yourself. So that means if you don't connect with the performance in kind of expression of vibe, sending the vibe to the audience, especially through smile, through confident standing, confident communication, then some marks you are lost. But that doesn't mean that you did not perform well. And we really thank you for all the efforts. As Mr. Kamut was saying, the last time it was not very good as it is now. But now, you could see, even the one that we could see that performed not very well, you could see so many trends of group performance. And yet, the time for training was so little. So, we really thank you for bringing out that individuality, especially individual cultural characteristics. And I usually say that if you want to see the person, take them through their cultural inclinations. That's where their habits, that's where their characteristics, that's where their mannerisms are embedded. So through this encouragement of cultural expression and through calling upon the students, especially the leaders of the teams and their teams to come and express in such kind of environment, we are also encouraging growth. And when you see people who are doing the poems, who are doing the speeches, they were acting prime ministers, they were acting chiefs, they were acting big persons. So that confidence continues through life, and who knows next, we shall hear them as real private stars, especially in their cultural settings and even in the national settings. So once again, thank you so much for the space, thank you so much for the participation, thank you so much for the vibe, thank you so much for the vigor, and the struggle continues. May God bless you so much.